get towards... Hey guys, Crankin Surf back again. We are about to head over to Coastline Surf Supplies in Newcastle. They've got a blank over there that I want to get cut to a certain dimension. We'll go over. I'll show you some parts of the machine cutting. We'll come back and we'll shape the rest of it. We are back. We've been to Coastline, so you've probably seen some of the footage of the machine cutting. As I said, it does one long cut and it works to the side, cuts the rail, turn it over, it cuts the rest. So I took a bit of footage for you. I'm not sure if you can see, but this is the finished product. As I said, it's shaped on the AkuShaper machine, which I really like. It's a great machine. It manages to cut in the hard edge down the back here. So just lift it up. So it's got the hard edge down here before it starts to roll out into the rail. So hard edge probably coming up about here on the board from the back there. So it's a fair way up, but that's not a bad thing. This is actually going to be a single fin. I like surfing single fins. I think they're fun. I think a lot of people should have a go on a single fin, and it's good fun. But that's what we grew up surfing. So for me to go back to a single fin, this is quite fun. You know, it's a more cruising style. Now this board, I'll actually set it up and run you through the design. So as you can see on this design, we've gone for a normal sort of nose with a slight beak. So what the beak is the nose comes up and the deck comes up and then dips down. It's like a beak of a bird. So this is the shape here. I'll just pan this down so you can see. So it's 7 by 21 3/4 and it's 2 3/4 thick, and as you can see it goes down into a little bit of a pointed tail there. So that's the design we want it to have. As I said, it's a single fin, so we want it like that. That's the fin we'll be using, the Shane Haran star fin. I said you can still buy these from shaneharan.com.au. I think they're about 109 now. I think they were 99 when I got this one. But that's the fin we're probably going to be using. For a lot of people that don't know, that's what a fin box looks like. It's a bit dirty, that one. It's been laying around the shed for a while. But when you put a fin box in, a single fin, you don't put it all the way down flush. You actually leave probably about that much of the box out of the foam, and then you sand it down. So that's how you actually put one in. I won't be showing you that though, because that's just one thing we've got to do down the track. But yeah, this will be a single fin. Haven't decided if it's going to have side bites yet. I think we'll just cross that bridge when we get to it. Alright, so we've got a new sanding block here. It's 40 grit, so P40. But what you'll notice in this board, there is a slight concave in the tail. You can sort of see as you lift it up, you can generally see the concave. So there's a nice concave around where the fin box is going to be. We don't want to take that out, so we've got to be very light with this. So I normally do it in the shape of A, but because the camera doesn't fit in there too good. So set it up nice. And so just now the parts here that we've got that concave in, I'm going to get another pad which is a curved pad. Going to hit that, and all we really want to do is take out those marks that the cutting wheel leaves. So I'll grab that and we'll do that bit. So we've got a curved pad here, so you can see it basically just bends. That's it. Now we've taken all those out, but then we're going to go down to a smoother pad again. I'll just finish this off. Alright, we'll change over to a smaller pad. Right, so this pad here, it's much softer, so you can see. So it actually sort of bends and conforms a little bit better, and it's got a gauze on it. So it's not actually a sandpaper, it's a gauze. So you want to do equal on each side. So if you do 4 passes here, you do 4 passes there. So go like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you just want to work that up and blend it in. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and same on the side. Let's just have a look at the front. I noticed a bit of a mark there. Now what we're going to do, we're going to go grab the planer and we're going to plane the stringer down a little bit, so we want to get rid of that. Sometimes when the machine cuts it, so you see it have a little bit of the stringer up. We're going to plane that down and get rid of it. So I've got our planer from shapers.com.au. You know it's going to hit the mark when you get a little bit of roughness either side of the planer, the little plane. I've seen a lot of shapers leave that in, especially on the deck, and especially up near the nose, but I generally take it out. I don't like it. Don't like it being there. And then I'll go forward from this point. You kind of don't go straight. You go on a little bit of an angle. So then hit it with our soft one. So that's pretty good. It's a little bit harder working out here, so in a shaping bay you've got side lights which give you a much brighter light. Out here I've just got like an overhead light, so it's not as good for this, but I'll show you the next step. So this is just a bit of foam. Found it in the council cleanup side of the road, and it's just eggshell that goes under a bed, so it's pretty good. And then we use this steel gauze. Now basically all I do is just put it like that underneath it, and this will really start to smooth it out. And then we're going to go to a lighter gauze. And it's pretty good. We're going to flip it over, do the deck, and then we're going to do the rails. Same on the deck, we're just going to hit it with the big pad first. Once again, going to take the stringer down. And same thing. I'm going to work down to the lighter sandpaper, and I'm actually going to take it into the shaping room, do some finishing off, because I need the side lights to give me better light. Once it's done, we'll bring it out. Should be about 15-20 minutes, and we'll put some colour on it. Okay, so we're back to do the rails, and all I'm going to use is the heavy gauze and then the thinner gauze. So the reason I had to go into the room to finish off the deck is the deck rolls down towards the rails. This stand here, as you can see, it's quite wide, so I can't actually run all the way down the rail. I've got to pull the board over to the side, take it over to the other side. So it's a bit of a punish. So we're going to use the gauze, and this is where we start to take out that cut on the rail. It's a bit difficult at the moment. I just had shoulder surgery, so it's a little bit painful, but we're getting there. What I actually do is, as I'm coming, I've got right over the rail, as I'm coming down towards where I want the hard edge, I start to actually move more towards the deck. Sorry, that hurts a bit, that one. So come down all the way down the deck, right over, and then as I come down towards the bottom, move it more towards the deck, because we've got a nice hard edge along there. We don't want to take that out, we want that in there. Very hard to do with bung shoulder. Yeah, it's close to what I want. I'll do another pass. Don't need too much on this. You can use your hand just to see what it is. There's a little bit of a ridge there. And then we want to take that down to the tail. Just so it looks nice. Oh, it's a little bit, yeah, it's fun. Fun after you've had surgery. So looking pretty good on the rail. I'll switch to the thin gauze. You notice I'm not touching underneath that rail. I'm keeping it up on the curved side, on the deck. That's coming into that tail quite nice for what I want. I don't want it too rolled. Just want to round off. Oh, it's fun. Just want to round that off a little bit so it's not too square. Alright, I'll finish this off and then show where we're at. A common question you'd kind of ask is where to bring in that hard line on the foam. The best thing is, the easiest way is to work out where you want it and set it up so when you're actually coming down, you stop where the actual rack is. So the front of the rack, that's where you want to stop. So I can grab this now and work up the rail, and I'm not actually impeding or going on to this hard part, this nice hard edge. So both sides I can do that. I'm going to do the front. I'll actually flip the board around and do the front, so I'll make sure I get a nice front on it as well. But it's looking good so far. Nothing sort of standing out as being an issue, which is good. Move on to the next bit. So this board's pretty well done. That took around 20 minutes. So you can obviously see the machine cuts pretty easy. The AkuShaper machine is the one that cut this blank, and I think it was the Shaper 3D or 3DX Lite, which was the program. They integrate together pretty well. The AkuShaper is a great machine. I really like it since I've had the chance to use it. So that's pretty well done. What we're going to do is we're going to write on the board. Now I really don't need to measure this board because I know it's come off the machine at 7 by 21 3/4 by 2 3/4. But I usually just grab the calipers and double check anyway. Yeah, once I do that, I'll mark out the back of the fin box. As I said, so we've got a fin box here. Look, if you don't know where to put it, just put it down, move it around. Say, no, that's too much. That's not enough. Find a happy medium. If you've got a single fin laying around, check that, see what that's got. I've got a couple of single fins, so I might measure those and see where they put the back of the box. But it's a 10-inch box, so I'll just probably move it around, grab a ruler, work out, okay, that's about 5 inches or 6 inches from the tail. Yep, that's where I want it, that's what I'm happy with, and I'll just mark the back of the box so that can route it in. But look, that board's pretty well done. So yeah, AkuShaper is the machine. Shaper 3DX or 3D Lite is the shaping program that we use. It's it's great. You can just make small adjustments to it. If I ride this and I don't like it, I want to change, put some more nose rocker in, or I want to fix something, I may want it 21 wide instead of 21 3/4. Can basically open up the same file, change it, recut it. So that's the beauty of the machine, where it's quicker. I could have another one of these cut this afternoon or tomorrow. So yeah, the hand shape versus machine shape. Look, it's up to the individual what you want to do. I've done plenty of hand shapes. I've done 74. The last 6 have been machine cuts because I'm trying to work on a new model. This model here is called the Groper. The reason it's called the Groper is I like to name all my boards after aquatic themes. I've got manta ray, lungfish, spearfish, Jaeger, which is a small fast bird, and that's what I use my shortboards. So Jaegers are very small fast birds that live on the east coast of Australia. This one's called the Groper, and the reason so is I wanted to have a GR in the initial, which is Gunther Ron. So I wanted GR in it, so I made it the Groper so I could use Gunther's initials. Of course, he's always been kind of a hero shaper of mine. Shaped for Town and Country, Local Motion, quite a few brands in South Africa, Australia. He shaped McCoy in California. So Gunther's a bit of a kind of hero of mine as far as shaping. So I wanted to name something, but so when I looked up aquatic animals with GR in the name, Groper came up, and I went, the Groper. Like, it's a nice big wide board. You ever see a Groper fish? They're big, they're wide. That was the perfect name for it, so that's how I got the name the Groper. I'm going to write some stuff on this board, including serial number, all that sort of stuff. And I've already picked out a colour to paint it, and I'll show you that in a sec. So as you can see, backyard shaper. Got the board on the sand ready to colour, and this is the colour I'm going to go for. So it's, I guess what's it actually called? It's turquoise green, like sort of kind of more of a teal, but I've used it once before on a board and I really liked it, so I want to do that again. Going to see if I can get the brush to skip, like the last few boards I've done. Just for some reason I really like the effect, so I'll mix it up with some water and we'll give it a go. Let's see how we go with this. Okay, so it's not too bad. So it looks all right. So what we're doing, we're just doing some really random strokes. Just as I said, if you go back a video or two, you'll see when I start sort of doing this, purely mistake, but something that I really like. There we go. Come back on, show you when it's finished. I have thought about adding some white to it about halfway, just to get it so it sort of fades dark to light, and we'll make a decision on that in about 2 minutes time. Alright, so as you can see, I spilled a heap of this across the deck, so now we're going to randomly make this board the whole design. So once again, I made a mistake, and we turned it into something that's, I don't know, I guess it's passable. It'll do. It'll look okay, I hope. It's different. Well, different. It's different. Let's just go with that. Just need a few dark patches every now and again, just some like random cross strokes. I'll show you the full thing when we finish, but it's kind of frustrating when you make a mistake. But any mistake's fixable. It's different. We'll take it. I'll take a photo and throw it up on Crankin Surf Instagram. So, look, don't forget, look, it helps to like the videos, and it also helps to subscribe. We're very close to, or we're getting closer to 1,000 subscribers, which is really good. Just means that I can do regular videos. I might have to let that dry a bit. So you can kind of see the pattern there, all the way up to the nose, so the whole deck's done. Look, if I don't like it, I sand the whole thing off and I start again. But look, I don't mind it. So let's just go with it. Let's have a look up this side. We want a little bit of white, but we don't want too much. Now, let that dry, and then I'll just do a light one around the bottom. Just do a few more under here, just to try not to get all the paint on my white shirt. Yeah, look, it could be worse. It is what it is. So, like I said, look, if you can, like and subscribe. It definitely helps the channel out. And I think that shall do us all today. Just want to let you know it's King Foam. So Graham King up on Tweed Heads. King Foam is what I use. And Coastline Surf Supplies for the cut for the blank. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it. I'll catch you later. Bye.